Alright guys, we are going to try to replace the dreaded door mirror. Somebody was nice enough to take it out on my wife's truck. I've been looking for a while for a replacement mirror, but we've had no luck without them wanting a fortune even on Marketplace. But I was at the thrift store, found this one half off. I put it at $10 plus tax. The only thing that appears to be different is this is a 2016 Silverado, and on the tops right here they're a little bit more flat. You can see how this one's curved, so I'm pretty sure it's the model before ours, but it's like just little oddball pieces that are different. Ours is manual, this one's power, but you should be able to drop it down into the door or something, or whatever. Then you can still move it even though it's power. You can still adjust it where you want. So the deal here is, will it work? I don't know, because this one, I'm pretty sure this is the model before ours. Now, you should have the plastic tool to do this, which I do not have, because these have your panel. A lot of them you only have like one panel right here on the door that comes off. This one is actually, you can see the trim line right there, and it goes up and across the top of the door. So what we got to do is, it should have clips in the back. Let's see if we're on the side of the road doing this, so this probably should be parked across the street doing it, because sure enough cars will start coming. So we pull, pull on it and try to get it loose. So there's that one. Yeah, you can see there's clips down in there. So I'm hoping if we just get the bottom half loose, not have to take I don't want to take the whole top off unless I have to. So that's the plan here. I don't know, I might be able to pull it off by hand, because you're better off having the plastic tools, the plastic body tools or interior tools, whatever you want to call them, for this. And I'm hoping it's not going underneath this, because I definitely don't have everything I need for that. Oh, no, there we go. Apparently it hooks up around that lip right there. So now you can see it. You want to be careful because it's trying to bend right here and you don't want to crease it, but it appears it might just go up underneath the door panel there. And you might be able to get it with a 10mm wrench. So let me go find a 10mm wrench. I have a socket, but ain't no way I'll be able to go on that bottom with a socket. Alright, I'll find a wrench. Alright, we got it. Easy to reach. It's 10mm wrench, and got the two lower ones and then the upper one. If you take, I'm sure if you loosen this panel up and pop that off, you can hit them real quick with a socket. Make it probably a ton easier. So I'll show you the difference between the two here. Our busted one, of course, obviously. And what I was wanting to look at is the shape and everything here. The trim. Here's our new one. I'm pretty sure I can show you on the passenger mirror how this one sets this away, and how it's kind of like curves out here at the top. I'll show you our passenger door here. You can see how it's the OEM one for this year. It's like straight across, but I'm hoping that the third piece around here is the same. They look close, but this one looks like it's a little bit more flat on the door, and then that one looks like it has more. The one we're going to try to put on has more of a curve in it, so but we'll see. Other than that, looks the same, but I'll get it up there and we'll take a peek. That's round two for the Silverado mirror. The other one was the wrong style, did not fit, and I found a person who was like 20 some minutes away. Found this one. It's the one it needs, but our truck is red. This has the gray trim on it. Easy enough fix, but the only thing I happen to have is the little bit of that undercoating left, which has a little bit of shine to it. Got all that Spanish music playing in the background, so we'll act like we don't hear that, because I'll get in trouble by YouTube. And if we can get this to work, hopefully it'll work, so let's give it a shot. Yeah, the tip's still a little messed up, but it's working. Not the best way to do this by any means, but when you pour, you pour. I do have it all taped up in the front. So the glass is covered, the rest of the plastic trim is covered. And the plastic it's on it from GM is textured, so it'll kind of fit in, but once this is dry, it'll have a little bit of shine to it. It kind of sucks, but it's better than the mirror I have on it that's been hit and broke off the truck twice. And everywhere I look, they're wanting $100 or close to. Well, used ones I found on Marketplace for $75 to $100, and online you're looking at $100 or more for one. I mean, it's really weird unless you want tow mirrors. Now, if you want a couple tow mirrors, you can pick them up cheap all the time. Of course, my wife doesn't like the tow mirrors because they stick out so far. So this is what we're to here. And that should do it. So we're going to do now, let this set up, we'll throw it on the truck. Alright, so this is the first used one I bought. And the difference is, here's the one we just picked up. You can see across the top how it's flat. This one has a little bit of arch to it if you can make it out. And this was for the body style before ours. And on the curve, so your mirror sits like that. You can see the curve right here where it goes on the bottom. You got your 3 pins where it mounts, where it curves out right here. This one doesn't curve out as far as this one here. That's the one I just got. And this one, if you remember when I first showed you, this one was powered just like this one. My truck has manual mirrors, so all I done was clipped it. And you just remove your foam right here, should pop right off. What really sucks is I bumped something and scuffed it, not even realizing that that stuff was still kind of tacky, so I have to go back and hit it with some touch-up paint or something. So yeah, you can see the difference there. It has no mechanisms or anything in there, and this one you can see where your wires run up into the motors that move your glass. So the wire will be in there. This should cover all that up. I hope. Let me get this up here. See if we can get her to fit on. Should fit straight on here. Yeah. Here, I'll show you. Boom. So now, it has a plug for the manual mirrors. So, you know, compared to the power ones, you have your access for your wires. So that's it. It's ready to go on. This is good and hard now. I wish I'd have noticed that before. It's not like hard, but it's good enough, I mean, to the touch. You're not going to hurt it. So I'll just get something to touch that up with. No big deal. Alright, we'll carry this stuff back around to the door and we'll put her in. Alright, there's our 3 bolts. One thing I did learn is, easiest way, of course, to get this top one started, put it on a couple threads, at least the bottom 2 loose, because the bottom one on this side over here, when you're facing it, will be your bottom left. It hits the plastic unless you take this whole plastic trim off, but I believe you have to take the door panel loose to get to the bottom of this to take the whole trim piece off. But so I just put a couple of turns on it, just enough to hold the mirror in place there, and it's like 2 or 3 little turns, and then that gives you enough to grab the mirror, move the stud out some so you can get the nut down in there to get them started. And ain't no way I'd be able to tighten them up while holding this, and I'll show you the trim after I get them tightened up. Well, hopefully you can see it. We can kind of see here the daylight going through it where it separates. Yeah, if it's focusing, but you'll see your door metal up in here. The easiest way I found to do it, the first time I done this, it popped loose all the way back here by the corner. And I found it easiest to start back here and work your way up. I just used a small flathead and just went along the plastic and was pushing on it real gently, going down it. It's easier if you have one of those plastic tools and you don't have to worry about damaging your trim. You just went all the way down, bring it all the way down like that to this side here. Done it the same way, and then you got your clip right down, if you guys can see it, and lined it up, and it just pops into the door to hold everything in place. But you want to make sure that when you're doing the top piece here, that you are on top of the rubber trim. I did notice when I done it last time, I had a spot right here. Yeah, it was like right here was bunched up. It was actually on top of the plastic instead of underneath it. So I didn't realize that when I done it last time, but it goes back on, it should fit solid, just like that. And it's not going to hurt anything in my case, but just so you know, it's real easy to do. Don't be afraid to do it. And I'll get this on and take a look at the mirror. Alright, make sure the window goes up and down like it should. Perfect. You can kind of see here, like I was showing you, can see a little, well, maybe you can, right there, from where I had it pinched last time. No big deal, the seal's still good, so it should keep any kind of air draft out. Everything's good and solid, looks good, functions like it should. You know, the power cord, turn this key off. I trimmed, the main reason for me trimming it off was we have manual mirrors, so I did not need the power cord. These are fully movable by hand. You know, no power. You can still, I mean, you can still move it however you need it. So my wife will come out, she'll line that up when next time she gets in it to wherever she wants it. But the main reason for trimming that cord off, because if I didn't, it'd be dangling down in here somewhere. And I didn't want to take a chance of it getting caught up onto something that they need to get caught up onto. I highly doubt it would hit the, because your door rod should be running this away, you know, from the handle to the, towards the lock. And if it was hanging down, I don't know if there's any kind of tracking right there for it to hit, so that's the main reason for that. It's not bad. Everything fit good, went back together good. So we went from this cobbled up mess, it's been broke twice, to this. Just got to get that touch up done on it right there. That sucks, but it is what it is. That's definitely an easy fix. We'll get that taken care of, some touch up painting or something. And what else? With all the bumper, I'm thinking about trying it on this bumper too. This is like a flat black, and you can see where I had it parked out here, and it didn't crease it, but it sort of someone shot it with a paintball, and then the rest is where someone scraped it while they was parking out here. And so that's what I was thinking, the same thing, of maybe taking that, going and getting another can of that undercoating and hitting it, the whole front bumper. See what you guys had to think about that. Alright, thanks for watching.